You're listening to JenEric Endtalkers, a Final Fantasy XIV podcast. And now, your hosts, Jen and Eric.
Welcome back to another episode of JenEric Endtalkers. I am JenEric Eric, and with me, as always, is my beautiful wife, JenEric Jen.
Hello, everybody.
And joining us on our podcast today is our very good friend, Jaimie Lynn.
Hello.
Can you guys hear Jaimie Lynn? Can you hear her, Jaimie Lynn? Jaimie, I've always meant to ask you, is that your first name?
Yeah, Jaimie's my first name.
So is it
Lynn's
so
my
Lynn
middle
is your
name.
middle name? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people have those double first names, you know, like Ricky Bobby.
Them double, like Ricky Bobby.
So I was never sure. Sometimes I would refer to you as Jaimie, and I'm like, am I supposed to be saying Jaimie Lynn, like the whole thing? Am I not saying her first name?
No, Jaimie's my first name.
But anywho, so we've known Jaimie for a long time from the Mixer days. She's a very good friend of ours, and she plays Final Fantasy XIV as well. So we're happy to have her on. We're going to talk about some stuff. But first, we're going to talk about what we've been doing in Final Fantasy XIV this week. And so Jen and I have been
What did we unlock on Sunday? We were doing Void Arc on Sunday.
We were doing,
right?
yes, that's right. We're doing Void Arc. We've done 2 of the dungeons for Void Arc, which are really cool.
Alliance
raids, yeah, which are really cool. I'm enjoying them so far. It's a very chill kind of storyline. It seems like. Have you?
Yeah,
done,
they said it was very campy.
Have you done the Void Arc stuff, Jaimie?
Yeah, I actually liked it a lot more than Crystal Tower.
Yeah, so like it makes sense that Crystal Tower has like a big impact as far as the whole MSQ goes with you know the overall story, but Void Arc is really fun because I mean it's Sky Pirates, so
I
I
think
feel
that's
like
cool
it's
too.
got more mechanic-wise too.
yeah, it's funny because so it's is Void Arc Heaven's Ward or A Realm
Yes.
Reborn is Heaven's Ward?
It's Heaven's Ward, I believe.
Okay,
I think it's level. Hold on.
yeah.
It
Anyway,
is level. Void Arc is level 60.
level
so
60,
yeah.
so that's okay. So yeah, it's been really cool unlocking that, doing that. We're gonna do the last one probably tomorrow on our stream tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so.
Which, if you're listening to the podcast, it is not tomorrow. But yeah, and then other than that, we did some Wondrous Tales stuff. Jen decorated our FC house
Heck yes, I
for
did.
Christmas.
It is the middle of November, and we are ready to go.
What about you, Jaimie? I know that you haven't been playing as much Final Fantasy XIV lately. Did you do anything in Final Fantasy XIV this week or recently?
Actually, yesterday, well, every Monday, the FC that I'm in, we get together and we run Extreme Hades.
Okay.
And we just recently, a couple weeks ago, got our first clear.
Nice.
And somebody just got the mount yesterday. So one of our members got the mount yesterday.
What mount is that?
Works. It's one of the dragons. It's
Oh,
like
nice.
a purple and black glowing
Nice.
dragon.
Sweet.
So we started getting clears. I think we got 5 last night.
Oh, dude, that
it's-
mount is cool.
Yeah, it's really
That does look
pretty.
really cool.
It's a very
I like
cool
it.
mount.
So all the weapons glow purple. It's really
Okay.
cool.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
That
that's
is
that's
cool.
really only what I've been doing. Trying to stay away so I don't burn out
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
Walker.
Heck
That
yeah.
makes sense. Yeah. I get that. I mean, we're kind of there. We're doing old content that we haven't unlocked so far to try to have something to do, but also, like you said, not get too burnt out and everything.
Yeah.
I know that you've been playing New World, right?
Yes. But again, that game, oh man, all of the people I started playing with no longer play anymore.
Aw.
So it's like,
Really?
yeah, it's really hard to go back, and there's a lot of issues with the game. So like they're trying to fix that, and then there's a lot of things going on with that game that trust me, I could go on forever with that.
Okay. Yeah, it's so we played it a little bit and just it didn't catch, and like
Yeah.
I've mentioned on our whoops. Hey, what is that? Oh, I have that thing turned on. There we go. Like I mentioned on our podcast many times recently, I've been playing Star Wars: The Old Republic. Me and Retro have been
Oh.
playing it.
Yeah.
And I'm really enjoying that. I played it back in the day, but I've just started playing it again, and I'm having a grand old time. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like I'm not new to the game because I played it before, but I didn't give it a really, really good try back then. And now I'm just like, after stream tonight, that's what I want to do is go play.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm excited for Endwalker. I know that you're probably excited. We're all excited, so we're gonna have new stuff to do. But we've been enjoying doing the content that the more recent content we're doing.
Yeah.
It's been great. So I know that you've been playing Final Fantasy 14. How long have you been playing Final Fantasy 14? Is what I should say.
A little over a year. Just a little over a year.
Really?
Yeah.
So you weren't
last
you weren't playing
August.
it with us back when we were playing it on Mixer?
No.
Oh,
No.
wow. For some reason I remember you playing it with us back then. That's funny.
It was July or August of 2020.
Oh, cool. So okay, yeah, you're fairly new to the game. And you were playing World of Warcraft with us back over on Mixer,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I recall. So have you played any other Final Fantasy games besides this one?
I haven't. No, this is my first one.
So you're like me. This is like your first like toes dipping into the Final Fantasy.
This is like everything. Like I'm trying to learn everything that I can.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So when you're playing Final Fantasy, what kind of content is the kind of content that you like to do the most?
It's honestly, and this is weird that I say this, but I love doing dungeons and raids with everybody.
Really?
And in WoW, I hated it.
Yes. You know what? I actually agree with that. I wasn't as big on having to run dungeons and everything in World of Warcraft and when I came to Final Fantasy 14, I actually enjoyed a lot more. Do you enjoy doing like current content or running like older content that might be a little bit easier?
To me, it doesn't matter. I'll do any kind of content in Final Fantasy, and I don't know what it is about the game that holds my attention.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the style and look of it better, I guess.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
I played WoW for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, same. Yeah, I don't know why, but I really like it. I was kind of disappointed. I was telling Jen this the other day. I was kind of disappointed that we actually didn't ever, when we were playing World of Warcraft, we were getting really burnt out on it and stuff. But we didn't run was it Tazavesh, which was the mega dungeon that they released.
Oh, the brand new one. that they
Yeah, the one
released.
with the one with the pirate dragon that everybody was
Oh.
flipping out because they were like, that dragon has a pirate hat on.
Oh, I
That's
remember
just what I want.
that.
Yeah. We didn't actually get to run that, and it looked like a really cool dungeon.
Yeah.
But
I totally forgot about that.
yeah, I agree that I enjoyed in WoW and Wrath of the Lich King. I really liked running dungeons and stuff like that too. But it's been a while since I've enjoyed them. But I agree that it's funny because for some reason I would think that you would be more into like the crafting side of things, but that's just based on what I know of your personality.
I do enjoy it because I tried gathering and stuff in other games.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the fact that when you craft in this game, you're actually doing something.
Yeah,
And you can see things going on. And you have to have like special, like I use macros sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But as I'm learning the class that I'm crafting on, I will do the motions and moves that you need to do. And I like that. I like that you see what you're making.
Yeah.
You're doing it.
It is a lot more extensive than other games, other MMOs and stuff when it comes to crafting, which is, except for, of course, like New World, which I think is, it kind of takes it to a whole nother level because it has more of that survival aspect of the game. So you're having to go out and cut trees down and stuff, which I think is cool. But I actually haven't gotten into the crafting side of Final Fantasy yet. And it's one of those things where it's like, I don't dislike it, but I have to be in the mood for it, and it's like I have to be to the point where I really don't have anything else to do in the game.
See, I got bored with MSQ, and I discovered the diadem.
Yeah.
And I went out there one night, and I literally spent the entire 3 hours out there with one class. And then I brought everything back, and I leveled botanist and culinarian in under a week to 80. Just because I got bored.
I gotten out there and started doing the Ishgard restoration stuff, and then I told Jen about it, and then Jen ended up just going on like she did. I
am
haven't
not
even
like
touched
max level
the
or
diadem,
anything,
but she was.
yeah,
was
like
doing
I did
it.
the same thing, and I got like a whole bunch of levels.
What were you leveling?
Um,
'Cause I don't even remember what it was.
the bush one.
The bush one?
Botanist.
Botanist?
The bush one?
All I could think of was what the heck was I clicking on out there? I was clicking on bushes.
I think that's what I had mentioned to you.
Yeah, because
'Cause
I
you
was
had
like, I
asked
don't
me.
know, like, where should I start? And, like, that kind of scenario. And that's kind of where
Yeah.
I landed.
And I want to go. I know that there's things that you can
Bush class.
buy out there from doing all that stuff, like pets and that kind of thing, that I actually really
Yeah.
wanted to do. So I'll get out there eventually. But
So
go ahead, Jen.
besides Final Fantasy 14 and World of Warcraft, have you played? Oh, and I guess New World too. Those are all MMOs. So like before those, did you, or I guess during them, did you ever play any other MMOs?
I played Terra online for
Okay,
a little
yep.
bit. I sunk a lot of hours into that, and I enjoyed it. And then everyone I played with again stopped playing, and I stopped playing. And I played that on Xbox and on PC.
So would you say that you're just very much a social MMO player?
Yeah, I like to play with friends, and I feel like with Final Fantasy, you have the ability to just meet new people. Like I meet new people all the time in the game,
Heck yeah.
and that's just what I'm there for. I
sure.
like to play with other people.
I feel like Final Fantasy, more than a lot of other MMOs, is actually lends itself really well to doing solo stuff
Yes.
as well. So I think that that's one of the things that I really like about Final Fantasy is I can play it by myself all I want, but then also I could, play it with friends. But you have to make sure that you make friends, because the time comes when you actually need friends to play with, and nobody.
Yeah.
You're always
Yeah.
playing by yourself. What are you gonna do? So besides Terra, was Terra your first MMO then, or was World of Warcraft your first MMO?
No, Terra was.
Oh, it was Terra.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wrote a review for Terra.
I remember that.
I for a very short amount of time, quote unquote, worked for a game review site called Original Gamer, and they were like, "Hey, we've got a copy, or like we've got early access to Terra if you want it, and you can write a review for us." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I did a freaking review for it, and I think that it was back then I was really worried about like talking shit about a game.
Oh,
So
funny.
It wasn't really, I mean, it was okay, but I felt like it was pay to win, right? It was
Yeah,
a pay to win
yeah.
game.
yeah, that was kind of, I mean, I think I touched on that, but it was one of those like I didn't want to write a bad review on my first
yeah.
review that I've ever done
Yeah.
for a review site. So I gave it a decent review, but yeah, I mean, if a game is pay to win, it just loses all like fun for me. I just don't
Yep.
enjoy it. Like and I know that there's a lot of them out there. We were actually talking about that when I was talking about Star Wars: The Old Republic. That it's not pay to win because it is free to play, all the way up to I think the most recent expansion. But it's not pay to win. It's pay to not be inconvenienced. It's like pay for convenience.
Okay.
Because it's like you have a certain amount of inventory space. You can pay to get more inventory space, or you can just continue to play with very low inventory space, So
Yeah.
it's stuff like that it's just like you're just paying for the convenience. You can get away with not having to pay for it, but there's no like, buy this awesome lightsaber that does a bazillion damage and,
Right.
is really good for poking. I feel like more Jedi should stab and poke.
Should stab.
I feel like that's a good method.
Here, just let me stab you really quick.
I'm just going to poke it. I'm going to poke at the guy,
I'm gonna poke you.
He's not going to expect it. Anyway, so on your stream, this is kind of veering off of Final Fantasy a little
Oh,
bit.
and
Yeah.
we should mention before, like you mentioned the word stream. Jaimie, you stream on
YouTube.
Yes.
YouTube.com/Jaimie_Lynn. If you type !guest in chat, you'll get a link. And we'll put a link, of course, in the description and everything of this podcast. So what else do you stream? Because you have streamed Final Fantasy before, but you haven't been streaming it recently, correct?
Right.
Yeah. So what is it that you have been streaming? What do you usually stream?
I play things like Dead by Daylight. I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing.
Yes.
I'm gonna be playing the new Pokemon Diamond
Okay.
Okay.
that comes out on Friday.
Mhm. I haven't played a Pokemon game, and so the last Pokemon
Hasn't
game
been
I
that
played
long.
was X and Y. Is Diamond the new one that's like full 3D, like open world 3D one?
It's yeah, it is. It's kind of, I wouldn't say it looks like Shield and Sword because it definitely doesn't. It's not that kind of graphics.
Does it look like
but,
it's the one that looks like almost like Breath of the Wild, like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild?
That's Sword and Shield.
Oh, okay.
But Diamond and Pearl are definitely 3D
Wait, are those
graphics.
remakes?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure Diamond and Pearl came out already.
Yeah, they named them Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Oh, kind of like Fire Red and Leaf Green, I think, were the remakes of the originals.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I haven't when old school Pokemon games and stuff like that. I played like the original, and then I didn't really play very many until X and Y, and then I played X and Y, and I liked it, but I don't know. I have a really hard time getting back into Pokemon. I think Pokemon it scratches that itch of like, you know, where you're just like going around collecting stuff, building a team, battling things. Like I feel like it gives you something to do every single time you play it. But
Shiny hunting, Eric. You
yeah,
gotta get the
right.
shinies.
It's whether or not I want to do it. It gives you something to do every time you play, but it's whether or not I
that's-
want to do that thing.
That's what everybody is doing. Like, I just started playing Sword and Shield again just to kind of get back into it.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just loving it right now.
Have you ever
So-
gotten a shiny?
I haven't yet. No.
It's so
Because I just started the game.
like, well, I mean in any Pokemon game.
No.
Yeah. Me neither. It's so rare, it seems like that whenever I see people get shinies, I'm just like, hacks.
It's a 1 in 4,092 chance
Holy
Jesus.
heck, that's a
before
lot.
before you beat the game. After you beat the game, it drops the bigger number because you get a specific thing in the game to help you.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you get like a
cool.
charm in the game that helps you. I've done a lot of research
Nice.
because I'm like, I need them shinies.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah,
I need those palette swapped versions of Pokemon. That's like the only difference
Yeah.
is their colors are slightly different.
yeah, but I mean, some of them are really pretty. Okay,
That's true.
and
It is.
Heck
we
yeah.
know no matter what game you play, Final Fantasy, Glam is endgame. Pokemon, shinies are
Shinies
endgame.
are in game.
Yeah.
Hey, if I came up against a trainer and they like popped out a freaking shiny Pikachu or something like that, I'd probably be like, oh shit.
Oh shit, I'm done.
Yep,
Yeah, holy
they're-
shit.
They're hardcore.
Yeah, this guy's hardcore. That's good. So one of the recurring, we're talking about your stream right now. So one of the recurring themes of your stream is your husband, EJ.
Is it? What? I thought you were gonna say squirrels.
Nope, is not squirrels. It's your husband, EJ, screwing with you, I guess, for that.
Yeah,
Doing
that's-
random shit.
yeah.
It's one of my favorite things too. I like it's almost like when you watch Jaimie's stream, you never know what EJ is gonna do.
Everyone's like, did he show up yet? Is EJ there? Where'd EJ go?
Where's
Why
EJ?
isn't he here?
I think that one of the most memorable things from your stream was when he came out in a dress.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, what are like out of everything that he's done, like I think that was like hands down. You just think about it and I just lose my
He was just wearing one of Jaimie's dresses.
He didn't even care. And then I'm pretty sure this is you didn't hear it here. I'm pretty sure he went and put on another scandalously clad
like-
dress,
Oh my
but
God,
didn't come on the
And Jaimie was
screen.
like, we can't come on my
You
stream like
better not.
Were
step.
you guys okay? So this was on Mixer, but were you guys there when do you remember when I had the squirrel, like the acorn jar with
Yes.
with the
Yes.
acorns? Okay, I had left the jar on top of the fridge, and he went to go get it, and he ran across the house to go get it, and he slipped and fell behind me.
No! Oh my god! First off, was he okay?
Did the jar break?
The jar
Look,
didn't
you don't
break.
even care about him. Did the jar break? Were the acorns okay, y'all?
He was fine, but he slipped. The acorns in the jar went flying
yeah.
everywhere. And that
Wow.
was our old house, right?
Yeah.
And as we were moving from the old house, we found acorns everywhere.
I
Aw,
love that. I mean, that's kind of cool though. You're like, oh, memories.
that's
Yes.
funny.
It was, oh my God, it was so funny.
And then, like, I remember one time, the one where he had skateboarded by you in the background. And
Yes.
I don't remember what he said, but he just, like...
Oh, yeah, that was in this house. Yeah, he
Yeah.
skateboarded behind me.
And he was trying to
I
be like
swear.
the, hello, fellow kids thing.
He just tries to be so, like, that's not him trying. I shouldn't say that. That's not him trying. That's him all the time. That is EJ all the time. Just memeing me every day.
Is there?
that's good. I mean-
is there a game that y'all enjoy playing together a lot?
Well, because I'm not good at shooters, really the only game that we can attempt to play together was Fortnite. And Jen and I had an experience with him. Jen probably explains it the best.
So was it when we were questing?
Yes.
So okay, so I'm really big into like getting quests done in Fortnite. I know it's like not what most people do. Like if new quests come out for it, I'm like, we gotta do it. We gotta go like pick the flowers and pick the mushrooms. And like all of a sudden, I think. I mean, it was a couple of games, but like we were like, he's like, oh, like I'll join you so you can like, get your quest finished. And we're just like picking like mushrooms, and he's just like, bah, 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 just like shooting people. And we're like, oh, do we need to help? And he's like, no, you keep picking your mushrooms. Like, do your quest. I got this. And then like, of course, we like end up winning. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. That's like because of his gaming skills over mine. That's the one game we can play together. And I enjoy it. It makes me happy. And it makes him happy that I can play. So
yeah.
Was he playing New World?
he was. We were all playing New World together, and he decides one day to come over and just, show up on my screen with no clothes on in the game.
Of
And
course.
start freaking like
Dancing
jumping
or
up and
something.
down and dancing. And I'm like, what are you doing?
You do it.
If I feel like if we were in the situation where Jen was a streamer and I was not, I would do the exact same thing.
I feel like you would.
I would.
Yeah.
I already do it now. Like the other day when I picked up Pixel and put it into your camera,
It
and I
scared
was
the
like,
jeepers out of
that
me.
one, yeah. And then it scared the shit out of Jen because everything scares Jen.
True. This is true.
Yeah, I would do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so getting back to Final Fantasy XIV, you play a dancer.
I do.
Is
Yeah,
that your
I main
favorite
a
class?
dancer. It's my favorite ranged class, like ranged DPS class, but I'm also leveling my white mage, which I surprisingly like healing. I know Jen
Yeah.
mains a white mage.
Heck yes. I love it when people
I-
like pick up a new class and they're like, oh my gosh.
I like healing. It's really easy to heal in this game.
No, don't give away this. It's hard.
It's so hard.
For
It's
me,
hard.
for
Everything
me.
that you do, whatever your main role is, you have to just like say it's so hard. DPSing is so
Dancer-
hard.
Dancer for me was hard in the beginning.
Okay.
It was. I'm like, what is my like rotation? I don't know what I'm doing. And everybody that would like come and watch me when I'm streaming, they'd be like, you're doing it wrong. So I stopped. I legitimately stopped.
I'd be like, get out. I'll figure
I
it
stopped
out.
playing Dancer, and now it's what I play all the time.
Dude, there is people who backseat game and like to the point where we would just Jen was just like, don't tell me how to play, because people do that to Jen too, because I'm running Ninja, and Ninja actually is kind of difficult to play.
It is.
It's not the easiest of the DPS classes, and I know I do shit wrong. Like it was just recently that I had realized that I was not using an ability that I had after I used Kitsune, and then I can do my Mudras, and I have an extra Jitsu that wasn't using, and I should be using it. And it's like nobody's ever called me out on that, but I guess I feel like it's so much easier to see how like Jin is healing and be like, hey, you're not using that ability where you're supposed to
Yeah.
be.
Like it would make your life easier if you use that ability.
Yeah, and like we're open to like, constructive criticism, but you just have to go about it the right
have to go
way,
about it the
not
right
coming
way.
into your stream
Yeah,
and just
yeah,
being
yeah,
like, you're playing this class wrong.
Yeah.
You're like, you're doing stream chat wrong, dude.
You're doing stream chat wrong.
You're not supposed to be a
chatting
dick.
right. Yeah.
So
but-
so Dancer and White Mage, have you tanked at all or anything, or do you have any interest in that?
I I tried Gunbreaker and I was a little iffy about it. I'm gonna try tank again. I just don't know if I'll try Gunbreaker.
Are you gonna do Paladin because Abby spreads the word of Paladins to all?
I think I might try Dark Knight first.
Yes. That's my tank class.
Because I do have a Paladin. Well, it's almost a Paladin, but
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I will try.
Yeah, because I remember Retro was telling me, he was like, I'm leveling a Paladin, and I was like, why? And he's like, because Abby told me to. I was like, oh, okay. We don't have that kind of control over the people in our FCs, right? You level this class. Honestly,
Abby told me to level a Paladin and see how I like it, and I'm like, okay, but like, I'm afraid to be a tank just because I don't want to be responsible for holding aggro. I'd be too scared.
Paladins are cool. I've said this before, but I think that out of all of the tank classes, I actually would like to play Paladin. I would like to play a Warrior, and I am currently playing a Dark Knight. But I think out of all of them, the one that is the least interesting to me for some reason is Gunbreaker. Which I'm not really sure why, but
yeah,
it's probably the one I want to play the least.
I hear Warrior is really cool. Their rotation is pretty cool from what I've looked into.
I think that Ardbert kind of just sells me on Warrior. Like,
Yeah.
I just want to be Ardbert. That's pretty much.
You want to be Ardbert? Yeah,
I just want to be, and you could look just like him too if you get it, like all his gear and stuff like that. You could look just like him. So, would you say that you really like healing? Do you think that you're going to heal in Endwalker, or do you think you're going to stick with your main being DPS?
I may fill in healing if we need it for our static group.
Yeah.
Because we always like to like switch out so somebody can DPS if they want to, or tank if they want. So I may look into healing for that if I feel comfortable.
Are you going to try
'Cause it'd be
Sage
the
or
first
Reaper?
time. I want to try Reaper so bad just because
do it.
I was a Dragoon for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I did all of MSQ like to 80 as a Dragoon.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, really?
So yeah,
Huh.
I was a floor tank. So I want to try Reaper really bad.
Yeah, Reaper does look super cool. I know that everybody and their moms are going to be playing it, but I'm really excited about it.
And I feel like as a Lala, I'd be pretty cool looking.
That's true.
So are you? That was one question that I did have for you. Was are you going to stay Lala going into Endwalker?
100% not going back.
You
I
never.
can't.
So are Lala your favorite race to play now?
Yeah. So I started as a cat.
Mm-hmm. Like most people do.
Same.
And I was a cat, I think, for like a month, and then I switched, and I only went back to cat for a little bit.
Yeah,
and then everybody went to Lala, and I'm like, I'm so glad because I don't want to be a cat anymore.
Yeah, I don't think that I can picture your character as anything but a Lala. And it's kind of how I'm getting with Jin, too, because Jin was a Mikote for a long time. When we played back in Heaven's Ward, that's what she played. But when I went Lala, Jin decided, okay, well, I guess I'll go Lala, too, because we're doing the whole dwarf thing. And then it was just like, Jin, this is you as a character in this game. It's like, it fits your personality. And I think it fits your personality as well. Just
I am small in real life.
being small and cozy and just being like, I'm a Lala. Because as we've said, there's the meme going around that says that there's two different spectrums to the Lala's players. And it's either super wholesome and cozy or a war criminal. And
have you not seen that one?
Okay.
No. You're the you guys are on the we're on the wholesome
Jaimie,
spectrum.
You're the war criminal one? I'm just kidding.
You're not in the war criminal spectrum. Jaimie's like,
guys, I didn't know you felt like that about me.
that would be crazy. That would be the biggest twist if Jaimie was actually on the war
like
criminal.
she has, like
I'm just
Jaimie has
kidding.
these alts that she's just like the meanest Lala ever.
She's like super toxic.
No.
No. Look at her. If you're watching the video of this, look at her. The image that I drew for her, of her with her little narwhal onesie on, and she's got a nice little cup of what's in that cup, Jaimie?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Yep.
She's got a nice little cup of coffee. She's not the war criminal side of the Lalas.
No. I'm interested. I am really interested to see what the female Hrothgar are gonna look like,
Yeah.
Because I think that obviously, I think we've mentioned it before. I'm going Makote per community choice for the first month of.
I don't know if we did mention that on the podcast, but
did we?
Yeah, our community. We did a charity stream, or we might have mentioned it in the last one. We did a charity stream, and we hit a goal. So the community got to choose the first month of Endwalker what our races are going to be. Jen's going to be a Mikote, and then they chose Hrothgar for me. So.
I voted for that.
I'm fine.
I voted for that.
What did you vote for both of those, Mikote and Hrothgar?
I did. No, for Jen, I voted Vieira actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I think being a bun girl would be fun. I don't know. I'm just very interested to see what the female Hrothgar are going to look like, because I feel like it could be done so good.
But it could also
nervous.
be female
I'm
Worgen.
so nervous.
Female Worgens, yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, which are like male Worgens look badass and female Worgens look janky. So hopefully they don't do that with the female Hrothgar. But I honestly thought that the way that the community was, because if you are familiar with, if anybody who knows the JenEricLive community, everybody loves Jen and they like to pick on me. So everybody was just like, Eric's gonna be a male bun boy, and I was just like, I don't want to be a bun. I really don't. Like, it's probably one of the races that I wanted to play the least, and I'm not excited about it all. And I was like, I don't want to. And then everybody picked Hrothgar, which I actually really like. So I'm cool with that.
They're like, Eric, no, we're going to be nice to you.
They're being nice to me, apparently. So playing Final Fantasy 14 in what would you say your favorite experience or memory from playing the game has been, if you could choose one?
Oh boy.
Or multiples are okay too.
Or multiple. I mean, I know doing maps with us is up there, but you know.
Oh no, that's actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. Doing maps with friends is my favorite thing to do.
I really like it too. I agree.
I do too. I really enjoy doing maps.
Like finding where your map is, and then everybody knows my favorite boss to kill in maps
is the potato or the pizza.
Okay, yeah, I was like, no, let Eric guess.
Yeah, it's the pizza. It's a
the
bibbidi
bibbidi bobbidi pizza.
It's a bibbidi bobbidi pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
Killing the dungeon crew is my favorite. No, I just like honestly the best experience that I get, and this is whenever I play, it's just playing with my friends, right?
Yeah.
That's what everybody likes out of the game, getting to play with other people.
Yeah. It's true. And we're getting new maps in Endwalker, right? We're getting new map dungeons.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think that's what they said, yeah.
Because we didn't get there weren't any new ones for Shadowbringers for some reason. It's weird because they actually, I noticed now looking back at it, they skipped out on a few things like that for Shadowbringers. We didn't get new maps. We didn't get a new Hildebrand quest line.
Oh, yeah.
Which was weird. I was surprised by that. They have to bring him back for the moon, though. Imagine Hildebrand on the moon.
They have to.
That is going to be the best. We've got to go to the moon with Hildebrand, and he better get to the moon by being kicked really, really hard to the point where he flies to the moon.
Great.
And he makes that weird face that he always makes.
And he makes a weird face, and then when he lands on the moon, he's got to land upside down with his feet in the air.
Yes. 100%.
They better do it.
What about your birthday in Final Fantasy? How was that?
Oh god. You guys made me cry.
That was
Abby put together with everybody the best birthday in the game. She decorated her room in the FC house completely pink. There was the dinner plates had spaghetti, and there was the dungeon crew was everywhere. Everybody was there. You guys were there.
Yeah, we were there. We almost ruined the surprise, I think, because we didn't show up on.
We were trying to
be casual.
Yeah, and then we showed up and you were right there. We're like, oh god,
and we were just
back up.
Do you have the video up on your YouTube?
Not on my YouTube, but it's on my Twitter.
It's on your Twitter.
It's a clip on my Twitter. Nice. I should probably post it on my YouTube.
Yeah, you should definitely, because that's a lot of.
It's a 30-second clip.
It's really you could post up as a short. It was really fun. It was really cool. Abby did a lot to get she did a whole bunch of grinding to be able to get all of the pink items and everything.
Yeah.
that she decorated the room with and stuff. It was really cool. It was really cool. I like that your FC does that kind of stuff. Honestly, it'd be cool if our FC did that kind of stuff, but it's a lot of work.
Well, that's Abby's thing. She loves to decorate.
Yeah.
Right? Like, she finished my house, and I absolutely love my house.
So
I don't
you
know
got
if
a house recently, right?
I don't know if
I did.
I've seen it completed. Is there like a theme that you have?
No, we were hanging
was-
out in your
It was
house and there
Cozy
was
Cottage.
Oh, we were hanging. Wait, we need to go see that actually. Yeah, because I
feel
think
like I
last
saw
time we
it
were there
partially
was like
done.
nothing in the basement, and then they made that like that was your house, right? That they made like the shrine with.
Yeah, Shrine to Patterns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, because there was nothing down there. You hadn't really done anything yet.
Oh, no, it's completely done. It is adorable, and it is Cozy Cottage is the theme in there.
Is it a small, regular size house, like the small?
It's a small,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
What
Where is
ward
it
are
at?
you
Is it
on?
in Lavender Beds?
I'm in Lavender Beds, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I was really like looking forward to trying to be able to move to another like housing area,
District.
like Ishgard or the new Ishgard housing, or at least like the Stormblood's what is that one called?
Shurgane.
Shurgane, yeah. But they are changing it in Endwalker so that the invisible timer can't be circumvented by relocating. Which
What do you mean?
so they're making it so that
So
right
like
now,
if you already have a house, you could
Yes.
just walk up to a placard and just move there,
yeah,
relocate.
you could relocate there, and you can
That's not gonna
basically
be the
jump
case
in
anymore.
line where there could be a ton of people standing there, clicking over and over again for the invisible timer to pop and them to be able to purchase it. But if you already have a house, you could just walk up to it, pick relocate, and then just relocate there. So people were using that in a bad way.
They were
Like
trolling.
people were trolling. People were trolling us when we were looking for a house where this guy was literally, he owned multiple houses. And so he was just taking one of his houses that he owned and he was just relocating it to places where people were trying to get a house.
Well, that's rude.
Yeah, it was messed up. And so they're changing that so you can't do it anymore. So now you can't circumvent the invisible timer with relocating. You can put your name into the lottery
Right.
for relocating.
Oh,
Which I'm still fine
okay.
with that.
Yeah, so you're going to be with like, have the same chance as everyone else. Fairness wise, it makes sense, but us moving into another house besides the one that we're in wise is kind of really doesn't.
I think we
it's
got
like-
pretty darn lucky with our location. I think it was today that I was like sitting on top of, I think it was before stream. I seen on top of our house and I was like, this is a really good location.
Yeah, I like it. I
We
like
got
it.
the ward that I wanted.
I wish it was a bigger house, but
I do wish it was a medium size.
yeah, medium size at least. But I still, because right now we only have like the main foyer area and then the downstairs that we have all decorated and stuff.
Right.
It'd be nicer to have a little bit more. Y'all's FC, so the FC that Jaimie is in is called Swamp Witch.
On Famfrit.
On Famfrit. Y'all's FC, do you guys have a large house or is it a small one as well? Your FC house?
I think it's a small,
I
but
think it's
Abby's
small.
trying to get a large.
Oh, okay. We definitely want to try to move into a large. How long did it take you to get your house when you were trying to farm for it?
It took Abby a week, constantly looking for a house. She was staying up
Yeah.
all crazy hours, and then she finally got one, and now she's looking for a large.
And for your personal house, how long did that take?
For me, almost 2 weeks, but I wasn't
Wow.
able to stay on.
Oh, that's right.
I do remember that there was a couple of times like it had sold like right as you had like logged off or something.
Yeah.
But the time that I got mine, I was like, okay, I know the last time a house sold that went up the same time.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was like, I'm going to push myself to stay on for another 10 minutes, and I got it. And I was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The I think the new lottery system is going to be a lot more fair and it's going to be a lot more casual because literally like if you see a plot that is available, you just throw your money down and then you go about your business. And then whenever
Yeah.
it's announced, it'll be like, hey, you won this house or you didn't win this house, here's your money back. So,
Yeah.
but it sucks because
like
your money is going to be tied up in one plot. So,
Yeah, so if you want multiple plots, you have to have that
lot.
much money more.
I wonder if I don't know if we have any clarification. If you have the money to put your name in for multiple plots, can you?
I
Or
don't
is it-
know.
I
We
think
didn't
you're-
get that information.
We didn't get that information because there was also the whole question of where they were saying like you'd only be able to have one house, right, or something like that.
Yeah, that your character couldn't purchase a house if they had if any other character on that server had a house or something along those lines.
Yeah.
To
I'm
limit.
sure we'll get more
Which
information.
Honestly, it makes sense. Like nobody should have multiple houses. If you have
Who's
a
gonna
personal
have-
house, why would you have more? Yeah.
Who's
like-
gonna have 4 million gil every time they need to put something down on a house?
Yeah,
That's
it would. I mean, there's people out there that got a lot of gil, but you'd have to be a gillionaire.
A gillionaire.
How do you say it? As if you have more than that? A bagillionaire.
A bagillionaire. I like that. A bagillionaire.
A gillionaire.
Um,
They got the gabagoo, Eric.
The gabagoo.
The gabagoo.
Eric, you need to start watching that again.
I know. I haven't watched it in a while.
Like a long
You
while.
know,
It's been a good while.
Dexter started again.
I heard that Dexter. So is it the same like actor and playing the same
It
character and
is.
everything?
It is.
Oh.
I haven't watched the second episode yet. But
I
the
haven't-
first one was good.
We didn't watch the original series. I just remember the premises of it and everything. And it's one of those things I never got into, kind of like The Sopranos. We just never got around to watching it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need to start watching that again. I just get distracted.
What are you watching right now, Eric?
I started watching Demon Slayer, the anime.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
remember
is it
that
good?
at all.
It is pretty cool. Yeah, it's still. So I was talking to Retro yesterday or the day before yesterday about it, and I was like, I like it, but it has that same formula that every popular anime that I've seen, at least, or the popular animes that I tend to watch have, where it's young, either teenagers or young adults that form a group or are part of a group that have a certain special ability. So My Hero Academia, it's they go to school because they have superpowers, and then Naruto, it's they go to school because they're ninjas, and then Demon Slayer
Or
is
Fairy Tale.
yeah,
Have you seen that
exactly,
one?
they do magic. Or Demon Slayer is like they form a group because they can fight demons. Like it all feels the same with a different coat of paint on it, but I enjoy it. So it's like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna complain. Or freaking what was the other one that the one with the freaking Colossus things that they kill? Attack on Titan.
Oh,
It's the same thing. It's like the group of people. It's about this group of people that fight the Titans. Like I just feel like that's that it's a formula that animes tend to use, and it seems like the really popular ones stick to that kind of formula.
Yeah.
But still, it's intriguing. It's been interesting. So I think I've watched about 7 episodes of it so far. But yeah, I like it.
Jaimie, is there anything that you're like watching right now besides obviously waiting for the next episodes of Dexter to come out?
I mean, I finished Vampire Diaries.
Yes, I have. That was another one that I think we started.
We
I think we only
started
got to,
watching-
like season 1.
yeah,
like,
we
the
didn't get
middle of
very
season
far
1 or
into it.
something.
Oh my God, you guys need to watch it. It was so good. I'm like kind of iffy on starting the next one because there's obviously another show, The Originals, which is the second part of that show.
Iteration of it, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't want to start something else because like the way that show ended, it was great. And like,
Oh yeah,
I feel like
can
it-
see that.
like they literally set it up for the next set of the show. And I'm like, I don't want to start it.
So besides Final Fantasy or even like, are there other video games that you really love playing, or besides that, or do you have other hobbies?
I mean, I try to read.
That's a hobby.
What books have you read recently?
I picked up a book called Slewfoot. It's what is it? I have it in front of me actually.
I have a book in front of me too.
Slewfoot?
Yeah, it's A Tale of Bewitchery by Brom.
Oh,
wait,
nice.
by Brom, the artist?
It says Brom.
BROM?
BROM, yes.
There's an artist named Brom. I'm just not sure if it's the same one.
I don't
Might be someone else.
I read a few pages of it. It's I don't know. I thought it was the Salem witch trials, but it's not.
Oh no! You're like, I thought it was about this. The book I have is called The Jewel by Amy Ewing. I had read a whole bunch of what are those books called?
I don't know, princess series.
You know, a princess. She doesn't want to be a princess, but like she got to be a prince. Like those kind of books. I like those.
Yeah,
So
they're
this
like,
is kind of along those same lines.
and
I also had another one too. Go ahead, Eric.
I've been slowly getting through the Witcher books, very slowly.
Oh.
Yeah, because I love The Witcher and I've always wanted to read that stuff. And then I'll also have like a bunch of the World of Warcraft books that I still need to finish as well.
I was also reading A Court of Thorn and Roses.
That sounds
like
familiar.
that series.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's just, okay, I know. I remember because I was reading about that series, A Court of Thorn and Roses or whatever, and I was like, wow, they really took the naming scheme that Game of Thrones used.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, I thought it was a Game of Thrones book at first.
Yeah. That first book was pretty good. I was like, I'm halfway through it, but like I went so fast. I'm like, I need to slow down and read something else.
So you are a mother,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
You have 2 kids?
2 little girls.
2 girls. Okay, I don't know how to say it. I was like, I don't make sure that I'm not forgetting some. You have 2 kids? You're like, I have 4, Eric.
I have 25.
You've met
How
them.
dare
You were there when one was born. So that would also be, you know, people tend to have less hobbies when they have children.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Your hobby of taking care of your children?
Taking care of the crazy children. No.
It's not
One
really
of
a hobby.
them.
That's
One
a-
of the children is literally like 3. So
Mm-hmm.
the younger one. She's a handful.
So how old is the older one?
10.
Okay, so
She'll be 11 next
so
month.
she has a job and she can take care of herself. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
And the
that makes
younger
sense.
one is 5.
Oh, I think you said 3.
No, she's 5. She's
Oh.
like 3 children though.
Oh, okay. Like 3 children.
Oh, she's
I thought you
like
said,
3
I thought you said
children.
I thought you were using the millennial, you know, version of like
No.
she's like 3.
No. No, she is. Whew. She drives me crazy.
That's funny. So we one question that we always ask, and it's actually the episode's running a little bit shorter than usual, but that's fine. One question that we ask everybody who we have on the podcast is, if you could change one thing about Final Fantasy XIV, what would it be?
Okay, so this probably is really small, but because I am so big into glam and everything, I want a dang glamour dresser in my house
Right?
and be able to change my
Yes.
glam in my house.
I feel like the reason that they do that kind of thing is it's kind of like,
They're
'cause
like forcing you to
World
go
of
to a main
Warcraft does
city,
it too.
right?
They want you to use other things, and it's like, we want you to have reasons to use the inn, because once you have an apartment or, you know, a house or whatever, then you're not going to have to go there if you have a glamour dresser in your house.
Yeah, but I mean, I can use a summoning bell in my house.
Yeah,
I can use
exactly.
the esthetician in my house. Let me use the glamour dresser in my house.
Exactly. Everything else is there.
I don't want to leave my house.
That's a good one. Oh, you know what? Actually, something that I didn't mention. Sanctuaries. Have you read up on the sanctuaries and everything?
I haven't read too much into it, but I definitely want to do it just because, you know, crafting, gathering,
Animal Crossing.
all that, Animal Crossing,
in
all
Final
that
Fantasy
kind of stuff.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about them. I know that there's a few things that are really small things that I'm actually kind of excited about, which is one of them is the fact that you have your minions, like your pets, and they can just roam free.
Yeah.
And I love the idea of just seeing all my pets just running around on my island, and the most like the weird ones too.
The
like-
weird looking ones.
Yeah, like Brian has that one dog that
Yes.
I don't know
Which
where is that dog from? The one with the glasses?
Oh,
Goggles?
the one.
No.
Is it the one from the event?
He's super
The watch
scary
event?
looking. He's a super scary looking dog.
Hold on. FFXIV dog with
Glasses.
Or
He's
googs
just
in
like he's such a weird looking pet. Abby might know what we're talking about. I don't know where he got him from, but he looks really
it.
strange.
Is it a dog?
It is. I would say that it's a dog.
I have a feeling it's from the watch.
It's like a poodle. The yokai watch?
The Yokai Watch
The
event.
hipster glasses guy? Maybe.
The hipster, yeah, it's like the little the dog with the glasses, and he just looks real messed up. He looks like it looks like they threw a poodle into a washing machine. Just freaking like he just came out and somehow has glasses on or something like that.
I did FFXIV minion with glasses, and I got nothing.
Look Yokai Watch dog. Maybe it's that.
How do you spell yo?
I hope you podcast listeners are enjoying
I hope y'all are
listening to
enjoying
us
our
Google
Googles.
stuff. Did you find it? Did you find it?
No, like it won't hit enter.
Oh, Google's broken, everyone.
Jen broke Google.
Refresh. There it goes.
Is there? Yeah,
It's
that one.
Yokai Dog.
Oh,
What is it? Is it the Yokai dog?
it's
What's it called?
Hold on.
I knew it was the Yokai Dog.
Yeah, because that's the one that's Brian's favorite. Because every time he pulls it out, I'm just like, ugh.
Jojo the man-faced dog.
Jojo the man.
I don't know if that's no. I don't know if that's the right name, y'all. Mon. Hold on, I think this.
It's a very it's such a I just imagine like all of your minions just
I don't
running,
think that's it, y'all.
all
I
of your
do not.
minions running
It
free.
is called Manjimut. Manjimut.
Manjimut.
MANJIMUTT.
Oh, Mangy Mutt.
Oh yeah. It says a man-faced poodle who enjoys scaring people, frightened by a poodle with a man's face.
It is very weird.
That's definitely the Yokai Watch Dog.
Yeah. And so Brian
Brian
likes to pull that one out, and I imagine
have it too.
like being on the island, right, on your sanctuary, and
Just-
all of your minions are like in a circle, and he's in the middle, and they're just like keeping their distance,
Like
everybody
because
stay
they're
away from
watching
the-
him, like they're so interested
No,
in
because
it.
he's creepy.
No.
You're like, stay away from the creepy dog. But anyway, sanctuaries look really cool. I feel like that's something that would be right up your alley since you're really, you like playing Animal Crossing and stuff like that, tending to crops and all of that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I love being a farmer. Let me tell you.
You're like, if a game has farms in it, I'm there.
Yeah, that's right. Except for in real
Okay.
life. It just
I don't know.
I don't know.
it don't make me farm in real
enough,
life.
Give me enough resources, I'll farm. I'll be a homesteader. Let's do it.
You know what? Jen has been on a homesteader kick recently.
We do not have
Oh.
enough room in our life for that.
She was telling me the other day, she was just like, I was watching this video and they're saying that China is telling the people in China that they need to stock up on beans. She's like, so we need to make sure that we're stocking up on this stuff because there's going to be a shortage.
Me sound crazy.
It was a little crazy, Jen.
No, I told EJ when we went on our vacation that I wanted to own a horse, so we had to buy a house with a lot of land because I want a horse.
It's a big backyard.
Goals.
Just a huge backyard. And then
Or
he's
a
like,
small
"Oh,
horse."
a farm. There you go.
Or a farm.
Oh, a farm. We're gonna be farmers, eh? Yeah, just buy a small horse.
A small horse. A miniature pony.
A miniature pony, and
Or a
then
really, really big
you
dog.
don't have to have a big yard, or a really big dog, or a greyhound, or something.
You
Or a
have-
Saint Bernard.
You have a newish doggo. How old is it now?
Oh yeah, you got your puppos.
Oh, Bailey is 6 months old now.
What kind of dog is she?
She's a golden retriever.
Oh, I don't
She's
even have to
like
see a
so
picture of
big.
it to just imagine how adorable it is.
Can
'cause
she still get
she's
in your
adorable.
lap? Like, does she still try to get in your lap?
Not at my computer. Now what she does is she lays underneath my desk.
Eric, look.
She is. Oh, she's the cutest. So anywho, thank you so much for hanging out with us, Jaimie, and chatting with us. We
for
will
having
be playing some games with Jaimie again in the future. We played Phasmophobia with her recently, and
Where can everybody find you at?
Yes.
I stream on YouTube, so youtube.com/Jaimie_Lynn. That's where I stream. I usually stream Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 8 o'clock Eastern.
and
And
on
you do
Twitter.
you do TikTok stuff too, right?
I do
TikTok.
TikToks, yeah. Oh gosh, I think it's just at Jaimie.Lynn on TikTok. Yeah, it
I'll
is.
find all the links and we'll put them
Sweet.
in the description so everybody can go follow you at all of the places.
And we and I would say Jen is usually lurking and hanging out in Jaimie's streams. So if you ever want to hang out with Jen and Jaimie's stream, then you can just go watch Jaimie because Jaimie is awesome. And very chill and very kind, and she's got big old glasses.
I was like, "Why are you going with the big ol'?" I was thinking, "Oh gosh, what's
Jamie's
he
a
gonna
very
say?
small person, so her glasses just look like she's got big old,
They
but they're
take over
adorable.
my entire face. Yeah.
But anyways, yes, and like I said, we definitely need to play some more games. Jaimie is one of my favorite people to play Phasmophobia with.
Because I die first. And you like
No,
No.
That's Cass's job. That's Pocket Cass is the one that dies first. No,
Rip.
if you posted the short or the clip of me having you go to the door, right?
Yes, I did.
So that's another reason. Go to youtube.com/Jaimie_Lynn and check out the clip of her getting scared at the door because then immediately afterwards Jen donated a jump scare.
Oh, I cried. I literally cried. It's
I'm
on there.
sorry.
It was awesome.
You're like, I'm sorry.
I had to. Like, I knew what was about to happen, and I had to.
But anywho, thank you so much for hanging out with us, Jen. Thank you for everybody.
Jen?
Jen.
You're welcome,
Jaimie.
Eric.
I was thinking Jaimie Lynn, and then I thought Jen.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could hang out with you too.
Jen, thanks for joining us. You know
what, Eric?
I'm glad that you're here. Jaimie, aren't you going to say thanks to Jen? What are you even doing,
I just
Jaimie?
imagine Jaimie just like leaves the Discord call. She's like, "Bye,
No,
y'all."
I'm not just gonna leave. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us. It's always a pleasure. And yeah, thanks for everybody who's listening to this. And this will be up on all the podcasting areas soon. Is it this Friday or next Friday?
Next Friday.
Next Friday. So those of you listening live, it'll be next Friday. But anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow on our stream. And if you're listening to the podcast, we'll see you in stream. We're probably streaming right now. If you're listening to this in the podcast, we're probably streaming right now. It's likely that we're not streaming because it's on a Friday, but we might be. So go check and follow us while you're there. And follow Jaimie on YouTube. But yeah, we'll see you later, everybody. Bye. Bye. Say bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much for listening. JenEric Endtalkers is recorded live on twitch.tv/JenEricLive, where Jen and Eric also stream a lot of Final Fantasy XIV, as well as a few other games. And as always, keep your forge hot and your ale cold.